أخرجنا اليهود من فلسطين.
President Trump, don't believe what our politicians are telling you. The crime is still going on. The crime is still going on. Hey, people are dying. People are dying. You support President Trump to come? Yeah! President Trump, we need you. Our politicians, they are not telling you the truth. The crime is still going on. President Trump, help Nigerian Christians. President Trump, please, we need you in Nigeria. Don't withdraw your support. Every day, King of Christians, once better of Christians in Nigeria. We need you, President Trump. Prime Minister of Israel, we need you. There are three Christians in Nigeria every day. Every day by day. There are three Christians in Nigeria. And the world is keeping silent. Please, President Trump, don't withdraw your support. Don't withdraw your support. The crime is still going on every day. Yes, every day. There are still Christians in Nigeria. We need Trump. Trump, don't withdraw your support for Nigerian Christians. We need you, Donald Trump. Come and help Nigerian Christians. Come and help Nigerian Christians. President Donald Trump, come and help Nigerian Christians. Don't withdraw your support, President Donald Trump. Prime Minister of Israel, help Nigerian Christians. There are three Christians every day in Nigeria. We need you. President Donald Trump, please, don't withdraw your support for Nigerian Christians. The killing is still going on. Please, help Nigerian Christians. Trump, Prime Minister of Israel, help Nigerian Christians. We are dying every day.
Trump recently said that, a lot of, arms loaded in a jet was captured by the U.S. military in Nigeria and the U.S. intelligence. And now, more recently, we are seeing another, arms loaded in a plane in the south. And don't forget that Dokubo recently said they are ready to wage war against the Benin in Edo State. They are coming to Edo State. And Asari Dokubo have been fingered as one of the persons that has been targeted by the US as the person that might have done this. What's your take as regards this?
Well, that's to tell you that a lot of things has been built up in the shadows concerning Nigeria. There are a lot of secret things that are unveiling. You can see how US quietly entered, invaded Nigeria and discovered a plane loaded with arms somewhere in the north. That report is still trending. We expected the Nigerian government to respond to that. Well, with also the tension going up, spreading of ethnic rights, agitation, triggering ethnic militia. And that's one of the fear of the so-called state police, because it is going to trigger ethnic militia, trigger arms in the arms of, ethnic lords. But the development that the report that a part of that possibly Niger Delta or southern part of the country, according to that report, confirmed if truly means that another utility plane cargo has been discovered, found, heavily equipped with all manner of sophisticated weapons, and was hidden somewhere in the forest, the area of the southern part of Nigeria. But people are speculating that somewhere in the Niger Delta. And the fear of the recent preparation by the lords to invade Benin Kingdom of whatever reason they have, even though we are seeing the governor of Bayelsa State, Duri, we are seeing Mondo Obelo, the governor of Edo State, trying to see how they are going to douse that tension. But it is not unrelated with the preparedness that the militant leader, Asari Dokubo, has declared war against the Edo people, and Edo people has also responded that telling Asari Dokubo that your end has come. Now, back to the story on ground. We have seen a lot of things has played out recently, especially when the Turkish government and Bola Ahmed Tinubu went and whether they signed a part or a deal to establish military base, Turkish military base in Nigeria, to Fiakwa. I'm telling you. So we don't know the reason why. And Turkey and France has been suspicious or fingered in funding jihad, ISIS, ISWAP, Hezbollah, Hamas in Nigeria, to the extent one of their second top leaders around the world was killed in Nigeria by the US forces. So how come we are now discovering several crates of plane loaded with sophisticated weapons hiding somewhere in the forest? And when you check those planes, either they are Turkey related, or they are just a cargo utility plane for military purposes. Nigeria is in serious danger, and I can tell you, will Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Asari Dokubo be behind this? That is the question a lot of people are asking. Can that report be true? That is a lot of questions people are asking. Of what purpose is that plane loaded with sophisticated ammunition, arms, meant for? What is the purpose? Have Turkey finally established their military base in Nigeria, without Nigerians knowing about it? What is actually going on in the secret that we will not be able to know? Is Asari Dokubo, who claimed to be all in one, now ready to take on the Benin Empire, as he claimed that they are battle ready and they are preparing of what is to come and all that. No, and from the speculation that it is within the southern territory where this reported plane was being located or found. That is the dangers of it. That is what we are talking about. That's the mystery of this kind of a thing being discovered in Nigeria. So how are we going to, is there any plan that the jihadists, the ISIS, the Boko Haram has also been able to move such plane to a location for proper, conquest agenda, for proper onslaught against the Biafrans at the end of the day? So these are the questions on the recent development, how some of these planes, which mission is not known yet, are being loaded with arms and ammunition.
But a lot of people are saying, can Asari Dokubo, the likes of Gumi, have caused unrest so many times in Nigeria? Why is it that the US government cannot get an intelligence report or arrest this set of persons? Because they've according to report, they've caused unrest so many times and time again. Do you not think it's hard time the US government arrest this set of persons just to curb this security in Nigeria?
Asari Dokubo has taken bribe. He has been infiltrated. He is now romancing with the powers that be, while the Niger Delta region suffers pollution. And remember that as Abuja has also made it very clearly that they are still running over 40 oil wells belonging to the Sultan of Sokoto, while the indigenes of those areas does not have anything to write home about. So, and you can see Asari Dokubo is not talking much about anything again. He has taken his fair share and he's relaxing, enjoying himself. He doesn't care about how many people his lives has wasted in that regard and how people are faring in the Niger Delta. Niger Delta people are behaving like the Yoruba people. They are behaving like, you know, the Fulani people.
Are you calling them cowards?
Yeah, no. You know, you can see that, you know, they have this feudalistic nature again in them. You know, they don't ask questions anymore. You know, Baba Some is eating deep on them, and that is why all the atrocities and all the comments Asari Dokubo is making, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is covering him up because they feel that they share the same feudalistic ideology, you know, conquest agenda, subjugation and slavery on the people, just because he was given that opportunity. And you can see it is playing out completely, you know. Has Asari Dokubo been able to solve the Niger Delta issue? No. Has Tombola been able to solve the Niger Delta issue? No. None of those people can be able to solve Niger Delta issue. The only thing that can solve Niger Delta problem is the Republic of Biafra. There's nothing anybody can say about it. These people have been infiltrated. They are not agitating anymore. They have assigned to, you know, subject their people to slavery. Asari Dokubo is not saying anything apart from, you know, how he will have his own pipeline, have his own share. But the generality of the so-called Niger Delta and Niger people have been subjugated and has been mortgaged by the slavery government of Nigeria. And that is why you are seeing that anything he said, Nigerian government covers him up because they belong to the slave trader. But what the US government will do, that one remains for them. If they feel they can do anything, that's okay for them. But all we are saying that, you know, no shot, Biafra as a shot alone will take care of all this rubbish happening everywhere and then in Biafran land.
State Deputy Secretary of State and said that Tinubu should leave the Biafrans alone and focus on how to solve insecurity. He said Biafra and Kanu is not the problem of Nigeria. That Tinubu should create a policy that we end insecurity. Do you agree with this notion?
Yes, because of this intelligence that the US have been bringing up about the insecurity in Nigeria, and discovering arms hidden inside plane here and there, you know, a lot of things, you know, confusion everywhere, infiltration of arms, the ones, you know, that are in the hands of the Fulani jihadists and all that, just scattered everywhere in the country. And the only thing Bola Ahmed Tinubu can do is to focus on Nnamdi Kanu. And that is why the former US Secretary of State, you know, has come out to make that statement very clearly. Toby Vanki, I think that is his name, made it very clearly that, you know, at this point in time, that they should focus on the issue of security in Nigeria rather than chasing a struggle that have taken its own path naturally without anybody. So what is he trying to tell you? That, you know, that Biafra or breakup of Nigeria is not the problem of Nigeria. You know, breaking up of Nigeria is not the problem. The problem is Islamization of Nigeria that is breeding insecurity. That's the fact there. You know, Islamization of Nigeria is breeding insecurity, not Biafra. And that's what the US, you know, former Secretary of State, Deputy Secretary of State is trying to tell the federal government. And that also points to what we are talking about with the current infiltration, just virtually everywhere. Gradually it is coming, you know, Nigerians are being restricted. And by the time they do one swoop now, they are going to push in a government, you know, that now invoke a decree. And by invoking of that decree will come in form of Sharia law. That decree will come in form of, you know, policy. That decree will now come in form of, you know, trying to put a certain law that will make Nigeria work at the end of the day. At the end, they will have succeeded in invoking Sharia on Nigeria. And that's the danger of when you see so many crises and people are looking for solution. Then at the end of the day, they are going to bring out a law. They are going to bring out, you know, a policy that will drive the original plan why the reason why we are in government. And that is the fear. So you can see the way they are gradually playing it, you know, from one point to another, just to deceive the international community and possibly, you know, continue to enhance the plan in the pipeline. You know, most of the things you are seeing now is already in the pipeline. By the time they will become a public thing, you know, you'll be surprised how this have circulated in almost all the 36 states of the federation. And why all of a sudden every government, every governor, every senator is buying into it. At that point now, what will you do as a Christian in Nigeria? That's the question. What will you do as a Christian? Who is coming to defend you? And that's why we are making it very publicly that, you know, the deceit and deception is deliberate. You know, while they are discovering all this thing, they are covering the real plan they are coming up with. So anywhere you are, don't be deceived. Be on alert. And our prayer is that, you know, those who are lobbying nations to break up Nigeria should remain focused and forget every manipulation Nigerian government is coming up with. They are in the same agenda with the people who are projecting Islamization of Nigeria. Remember, a court in Canada has signaled a warning. Remember, Alex Babi has also told the whole world. Remember that the US government has very, very clearly that this government is aiding Islamization in Nigeria. So whether you like it or not, you need to know that Biafra is not just about the Igbo people. Biafra represents the statehood, the state of a nation that will be protective of the Christendom in Nigeria, of every Christian in Nigeria. So those who believe in Sharia can go to their own state and do their own Sharia thing. Regional government as being proposed by this government is a disguise. It can never stand. Anything that does not stop infiltration of culture and tradition, worship and religion becomes a threat to the Biafran quest.